tonight at 6.
Lawyers for admitted Boston Marathon bomber Dzhokhar Tsarnaev have rested their case.
It took them just 2 days to present their case. Tsarnaev's attorneys presented testimony to show his older brother
a tablet that starts dissolving.
Tonight, Greasewood Flats in Scottsdale closing its doors.
The popular bar and restaurant marking 40 years with a big farewell party before all of the restaurant's antiques are put on the auction block.
And Christy Siefkin stopped by to the big send-off and has this report.
So you'll wave at 30 seconds? Okay, cool. Go. All right, and 3, 2. Remember the big peak? Well, it's a sad day for many folks who come here year after year. An establishment that has been around for 40 years. Greasewood Flat finally closing its doors today. But people have been celebrating for several days a farewell to this place. And I'd like to bring Justin on over. Justin Cavalier, one of the co-owners. Your grandfather opened this place over 40 years ago. And you told me a fun story earlier about the name, Greasewood Flat. Where did that even come from?
Well, you know, a greasewood is also called a creosote bush. It's that bush when you get it wet, it smells like rain. And my grandma fought him over the name, and she always said that no one would ever come and eat at a place that had grease in the name, and he got the last laugh.
Absolutely. People coming for the music, coming for the fabulous barbecue, coming for the fun ambiance too, and that's a big piece of what people are kind of saying farewell to. You're auctioning off all kinds of things that are really iconic pieces of the establishment. Tell me about what's going to be auctioned off.
Well, a lot of stuff's going. Some personal stuff will stay with me, but there's lots of things for auction, including things my grandfather made and collected over the years that we just can't possibly take with us all.
We've got the famous chandelier. Real quick, tell us about that. What's special about that?
You know, it's just something that shows the creativity of my grandfather. He was a blacksmith and metal worker, so he just put something together that he thought people would like.
And it's beautiful. And of course, the iconic dollar bills hanging from the ceiling. Anyone can come by, stick one in the ceiling. The idea being, when you need a buck to get a drink, you just come on by, take it out of the ceiling. Are those going to be auctioned off as well?
No, actually we're doing a raffle, and you pay $1, you get a ticket. It's going in, and on the day of the auction we're going to draw, and the winner gets to take down all the dollar bills, and then all the proceeds from the raffle will go to the Phoenix Children's Hospital.
Fantastic. So tonight, guys, while it is a sad day, it is all going to be benefiting a good cause. Come out here, scope out the items you might like to bid on, enjoy a drink, some food. Definitely bring your sunscreen. It's nice and warm out here, and they're going to stay open until 2 a.m., so plenty of time to still come out here and party. Reporting live, I'm Christy Siefkin, Fox 10 News.
Still ahead tonight at 5, it's a dream come true for a Valley teen who suffers from multiple sclerosis. His wish granted to visit the bottom of the Grand
Canyon of possibly trying to override
on Baseline Road. We're hearing that walk-ins are welcome. Just be sure to dress to impress. If you have some old Cabbage Patch Kids, they could actually be worth some money.
Yeah, you can sell them at the Phoenix Vintage Toy Buying Show. It started today at the Courtyard Marriott Phoenix at 47th Street and University. America's Toy Scout Joel McGee is encouraging you to dust off your old toys and antiques and bring them in. He says you can get up to 75% of what you paid for the toys, and McGee is especially excited about what he finds in Arizona.
We love coming to the West Coast because the toys are a lot better here. They didn't have all that humidity and damage that happens in other parts of the country from the humidity.
McGee says those toys will eventually wind up with collectors. The Phoenix Vintage Toy Buying Show continues through this Saturday. Vintage toys aren't the only things worth some serious cash these days. There are nearly 4 dozen kids' books.
They're in Flagstaff, 29 for Sedona, 28 there for Prescott, and Lake Havasu City at 12. But here's a look at our current temperatures right now across the valley. We are sitting at 90 for Scottsdale, 92 currently in Glendale, and 92 also in Anthem. But as I mentioned, as our high pressure begins to weaken, we'll see a series of storm systems pass to our north. But the most significant one will be late tomorrow into Thursday as it passes north of us, kicks up the winds across our state, but meanwhile keeps things very dry. And that's the problem, is that when we're windy and we're dry, there's the potential that fires could spark up very easily and spread quickly. So we don't have any red flag warnings in effect just quite yet, but we do have a fire weather watch issued for Thursday for the northeastern section of our state. So in this area, we could see southwesterly winds about 20 to 25 miles per hour with gusts up to 45 miles per hour. So just a heads up if you're in that area to be extra careful as you're out and about.
A few years ago of 94 degrees.
In Phoenix, 34 in Flagstaff, 46 tonight for Sedona. Tomorrow we'll start to cool things down quite a bit. 65 for Flagstaff, 90.
Gracias, Cristian.
Década, la Casa Blanca se
average will bring in those PM breezes pretty much all the way through Saturday as that system impacts us. But the best thing of all, it sends us into the mid-80s by Thursday, and then for next
around the state, 73 in Sedona, 72 in Prescott, 66 over in Show Low, and look at those 90s all to our west from Bullhead City down through Lake Havasu, Quartzsite, and down into Yuma, which is currently sitting at 96 degrees. We've also had a few showers.
Baja de temperaturas. El día de hoy de nuevo celebrando foros.
At this hour, we even had some shower and thunderstorm activity to track across the southeast corner of the state. Still a lot of lightning right up against that New Mexico state line, but there's nothing out there. It's out over open land, so we're not really too concerned with that. Out in the middle of nowhere. And the rain chances are going to be gone across our state tomorrow. Take a look at Futurecast. Lots of sunshine through the day. No shower chances to track tomorrow, but we'll have a lot of wind to track. And here's the forecast tomorrow in the valley. West-southwest winds up to 15 miles per hour, gusts to 25. So breezy here. Breezy, if not windy, across all of northern Arizona, where we could feel gusts up to 40 miles per hour. And because things are so dry and we have these winds, the fire danger is high. And fire weather watches have been posted along the rim, stretching out to the Four Corners through the day tomorrow. We'll be watching that closely for you. Right now, it is already breezy up in the higher terrain and out to the northwest through the Colorado River Valley as well. Gusts in these spots have hit 30 to 35 miles per hour. That was earlier this afternoon. We're now seeing gusts back down to about 25 to 30 miles per hour. Those winds are going to taper off a bit in the next several hours, and they're picking back up again through the day tomorrow up there. Now, here's your forecast tonight. 34 in Flagstaff, 42 in Show Low, low to mid-40s in Prescott and Payson, and 60s out to the west. Tomorrow, we're in the 80s in these spots out to the west, so cooler forecast already tomorrow for those spots. Flagstaff hits 63. Phoenix will drop a few degrees, but the bigger cool down comes later in the week. Here's how it shakes out by the hour tomorrow. 71 degrees at 8 a.m. in Phoenix, 85 by noon. We'll touch those 90s in the afternoon hours. 90 in Tempe and Ahwatukee, 89 tomorrow in Scottsdale and in the West Valley, 88 in Litchfield Park, Goodyear, and out at Luke Air Force Base. The pollen count stays high. That's not going to change. UV index also stays high, very high at about an 8, which is a 15-minute burn time for most of us in the late morning and early afternoon. So keep that in mind if you're headed outdoors, if you're headed to spring training tomorrow, breezy, and 88 with that abundant sunshine. Here's the next 7 days. We drop down to the mid-80s Thursday and Friday, and then we'll briefly touch those 90s again Saturday before we get another system bringing more wind and another drop in temperatures. 89 on Easter Sunday and mid-80s for the start of next week.
Well, we live in the age of the selfie, and there's a new way to take one that you might not believe. It's a real thing, though, and we'll tell you about it next. But first, a look at the in-depth coverage from today's top stories coming up for you on World News with David Muir.
En otras áreas también, aparte de Phoenix, estamos viendo 93 grados en Glendale, allá por Flagstaff 68 grados, mucho más agradable, ¿verdad? Los avisos y alertas, debido a que estamos viendo esos fuertes vientos también en nuestra área, que también estarán presentes mañana. Sí estamos viendo avisos y alertas de posibilidades de incendios allá un poco más al norte y este de nuestro estado. Así que tome sus precauciones porque esos vientos se quedarán con nosotros también presentes hasta mañana. 67 grados esta noche, despejado. Le digo, mañana alcanzamos los 90, así que si quiere hacer ejercicio, hágalo muy tempranito o ya en horas de la noche, ¿verdad? Los próximos 5 días vamos a ver temperaturas muy agradables, 90 grados para el próximo, 85 para el próximo jueves, 88 para el viernes y le digo, este miércoles todavía en los 90. Si usted festeja el día de Pascua, para el próximo domingo, 89 grados. Le informó Sandra Onio, muy buenas tardes.
Aniversario luctuoso de la vida de la diva de Latin Pop, Selena Quintanilla Pérez, y sus miles de fieles fanáticos se volcaron hoy a la ciudad de Corpus Christi, en Texas, para celebrar su vida. Muchos de ellos acudieron hasta su tumba, en donde también se localiza la estatua de la cantante y compositora en el Boulevard North Shoreline.
Su persona, su...
To take it to the house every time he touches the ball. Now,
Casino, off the I-10. Todos los días nos recordamos